So if you guys don't know already, I made a video on Brandon Brootal a while ago exposing him for talking to who he thought was a minor, threatening the school he lives next to, threatening a Walmart, and threatening another school. Because of those threats, Brandon was forced to leave the internet because he was actually arrested for making those threats. But fast forward about 6 months later, and Brandon is back on TikTok under a completely new name and posting again. Brandon chose the name Demolition Lover 7. And in his new video that's a minute and 59 seconds long, he mostly talks about needing to buy new makeup to look emo again, and once he does, he'll start posting again.
Hello everyone, I don't look emo right now because I don't have my black hair dye, I don't have my hair flattener, I don't have my black nail polish or my eyeliner. My ears shrank to where my tunnels won't go back in. But I'm gonna re-stretch my ears, put my ear tunnels back in. I'm gonna dye my hair, flatten it emo again, put my eyeliner, nail polish on all over again, and look like I do in my other videos. And once I do, I'm gonna start posting videos.
But what Brandon didn't do in this video was talk about the allegations against him in any way at all. He did say that he's still looking for the right woman to be with though. And we all know that he was looking for minors at one point.
And I'm not giving up on myself. I'm confident. I'm gonna find the right woman. I'm still gonna find the right woman to date who I can make happy. So, it's gonna happen. So yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get this stuff to look emo again, but once I do, I'm gonna start posting videos again. So, yeah.
One thing you'll notice if you look in the background of his video is that there's cameras in the hotel he's staying in, which means Brandon is currently on house arrest inside of a hotel, which he would later confirm after going live the same day and talking about his experience in jail, while also acting like he didn't know making threats to a school was illegal in the first place, which is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
I'm never going back to jail again. I'll be honest with you, when I made that threat, I did not know it was illegal at the time. I knew it was wrong, but I did not know it was illegal. But now I know it's illegal because I went to jail for 6 months for it, and I'm on house arrest for it too. So, I'm not doing that again.
After this, he went on to talk about how malnourished he got in jail because of the crappy food they served to him. It's funny how he's complaining about being in jail when he was the one who made threats to multiple different places, so what did he expect?
It's not good to be in jail. It's not healthy to be in jail anyway, because you get malnourished there because they feed you really crappy, cheap, processed food, and it's not, the portions aren't very large enough either. And the commissary doesn't really help because it's just a bunch of snacks and candy.
Just listen to him. They had bad food, his piercings don't fit anymore, and he's unable to get stuff to look emo again. So Brandon clearly regrets his decision and doesn't want to go back to jail ever again, right? I really wish this was the case, but not too long after going live, Brandon said this.
I don't care if I go back to jail. I'm gonna say this anyway. If I see any of you on the street who's putting up these red flags in my comments on my live, I will shoot you. I don't care. I will. Because you thinking I'm into kids is warrant enough for me to shoot you.
Brandon clearly doesn't like it when you bring up him liking kids, which honestly makes him look more guilty. But at a certain point, Brandon doesn't seem to care about the fact that he was talking to a minor and more about women being attracted to him or not if they found out he did message a minor, which obviously shouldn't be your only worry if you're Brandon.
Women thinking I'm into kids just turns women off. And it makes me lose so many chances with women. Arrgh. I don't want to become violent to where I get violent towards a woman when I get rejected because, that's just not me. But being rejected as much as I get rejected, man, there's incels, complete ugly incels who are complete assholes who can get more adult women than me, than I ever could. You know why? Because no one thinks they're into minors. All the adult women don't want to date me because they think I'm into kids. This is some bullshit.
It honestly hurts my brain listening to this guy, because if he didn't want women to think he was attracted to kids, why the fuck would he message a minor in the first place, right? Brandon has literally no common sense when it comes to the situation he's in. But on to the next thing. What caused Brandon to end his live this time was because of someone that he invited to join the live. The person in his live decided to confront Brandon about everything on the spot, and Brandon started pulling out his pre-prison excuses again. One of the excuses Brandon used was all over my last video, and he even used it after his arrest. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the classic "I was hacked" excuse.
Why would you make threats on a school?
Because people were harassing me for living next to it. So it's like, maybe if it wasn't there
You
anymore,
threatened to bomb a school?
No, I just wanted to get rid of the school, of the building, not anyone in it.
What
But I
sense
don't
does
want to
that
anymore
make?
because I don't live near it.
What was the screenshots though?
Oh, people don't believe me, but there's a hacker who used my freaking older Facebook to talk to that minor SEP account. And now women are rejecting me like crazy.
Thank God the person in Brandon's live was caught up with everything and saw straight through Brandon's lies. And since he knew how Brandon was, he started pressing Brandon even harder about the allegations, and Brandon was getting visibly nervous about being confronted.
Are you sure? Because everyone
Yes.
in the chat is saying you like kids.
And that's why I keep having to say I'm only into adult women 1,000 times, and it sucks.
But do you really like kids though? Because it seems like you do.
No, not in a like way.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm just hot. It's kind of hot in this hallway.
I think you're nervous.
No, I'm frustrated.
I think you know they're right.
And they're not right because I'm only into adult women, and I'm only upset because the adult women are
But if you
rejecting
have to emphasize that you're only into adult women, then that's pretty bad.
Brandon being so nervous to the point where he's sweating is a clear indicator that he's guilty, in my opinion, because if he never did it, there's no reason to be nervous. So obviously Brandon was on the losing side of this argument and would resort to any excuse he could think of, even if it sounded as dumb as possible, which this one definitely did.
And that's being
Or are you
rude.
obsessed with minors?
No adult women. You should see my liked videos.
That doesn't prove anything.
Well, there's no kids in it, so that does prove something.
Like I said, as dumb as possible.
Are you sure? That's not how it works.
There's not one minor. And look at who I'm following. I'm not following one person.
How is what you're following gonna prove that you're not into little girls?
Because a guy who's actually into little girls would follow little girls and would like their videos. But I don't do that.
I don't think that's how it works.
I honestly hate that Brandon genuinely believes he's in the clear and can't be labeled as someone who likes kids because of his own definition of someone who does. And if you have your own definition of something as bad as pedophilia, you're probably a pedo yourself. But anyways, to end this video off, I'll be showing you what the person in Brandon's live said that pushed Brandon to finally end his live. And it's kind of funny.
Do I have to wear my kill all pedophile shirt again? Because I'll enjoy wearing it again.
Well, then you'd have to kill yourself too. Did he freeze?
You know what? No. How do I stop? I don't know what button to press.
No, let me stay
Yeah,
here.
here we go. And disconnect.
We did it! Yay! Ellie Sema, we did it!
No DJ Khaled, but we the best. Them chops howling, but you the best. If I catch you, I locking you down.